Let's turn our attention to Georgia now, where the teenager accused in a deadly high school shooting made his first court appearance today, and so did his father. 14-year-old Colt Gray is accused of killing 2 students his own age and 2 teachers at a North Georgia high school on Wednesday. He was arraigned on 4 counts of felony murder. The boy's father, Colin Gray, appeared in the same courtroom about 45 minutes after his son. Police have charged the 54-year-old Georgia man with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. CBC's Katie Nicholson is tracking the developments on this case. So, Katie, take us through the charges against the suspect's father.
Yeah, so father and son basically had back-to-back appearances today in that courtroom, one after the other. The 14-year-old, of course, walked into the courtroom in shackles. He sat still as Judge Curry Mingledorf read the charges against him. And he will be tried, of course, as an adult. He's facing those 4 felony murder charges, as you mentioned, stemming from this shooting. And the judge clarified that even though the maximum penalty in Georgia is death for these types of charges, because he is under 18, that would not be the case were he to be found guilty. He is, however, facing the possibility of a life sentence. And the families of the victims were seated behind him, some clutching stuffed toys. Mason Schermerhorn's family holding a Mickey Mouse. The 14-year-old victim loved Disney and was excited about an upcoming trip to a theme park. And then within an hour, his father made his first appearance in that same courtroom. He rocked back and forth in the chair, head lowered. He's facing 2 charges of second-degree murder, 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. All totaled, if found guilty on all of these counts, he could face a maximum of 180 years. Now, last night, Georgia authorities decided to hold him accountable in this shooting. The charging documents allege that the father knew his son was a danger to himself and to others. Here's the Georgia Bureau of Investigations Director, Chris Hosey.
He is charged with the following: 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. These charges stem from Mr. Gray knowingly allowing his son, Colt, to possess a weapon.
Police did interview the boy and his dad more than a year ago about threats that were posted online about a potential school shooting, which the boy denied making. And police didn't have enough to take further action at the time. So it's being alleged that the father gave the son this weapon after that interaction with police. The teen's grandfather had called for Colin Gray to be charged. He believes that if his grandson didn't have that AR-style gun, he wouldn't have killed anybody. And the boy's aunt has also spoken out, saying that her nephew had been begging for mental health support before this incident. And this isn't the first time parents have been charged in connection to a school shooting. Earlier this year, you might remember that Jennifer and James Crumbly were both convicted of involuntary manslaughter. That's tied to a 2021 shooting in which their son shot and killed 4 fellow students. The judge in that case tied that conviction to their failure as parents to prevent their son's access to a firearm, among many other preventative measures that might have made a difference. What's also remarkable in this Georgia case is the speed of the decision to charge a parent. In other cases like this, it often takes weeks or months for prosecutors to decide whether or not to charge parents of mass shooters. I can tell you in Winder, Georgia tonight as well, there will be a memorial service for the 4 victims, 2 teachers, both math teachers, one of them an assistant coach, one of them was celebrating her birthday on the day she was killed, and the 2 14-year-old fellow students who were also shot and killed that day on Wednesday when this event occurred.
CBC's Katie Nicholson in Washington. Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome.